Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the shop, and thanks for chilling with us on another one. We're still working on the 1990 CRX over here. I've got the engine all pulled out, and the engine bay needs to be prepped. The B16 is sort of prepped up. We've got a few things to do. It needs a post mount. Still have to do that injector harness, so there's a lot of work to do. I want to get the interior finished on this car, and since it's a nice sunny day outside, I want to go ahead and pressure wash this engine bay. While that's drying, we can get on that interior. Let's get to it, man. That's the engine bay all pressure washed and clean. It's just clean so that maybe I can paint it. I'm gonna try with some of that Rust-Oleum 2x paint, and we'll see how it looks. That's sort of like a paint and a primer in one, I guess, and it comes out really, really good. So we're gonna try to put that into the engine bay to make it look nice before we put the motor in. So there's still a long ways to go in there. While I was pressure washing that engine bay, I went ahead and did the whole car, and man, it had just a really bad paint job. You can see on this whole side here where the paint just pretty much came off while I was pressure washing. It is what it is. I mean, these things are old. 30 years of being around, there's no telling who's done what to it. It looks like somebody just painted over without really sanding it really all that good. But while that's drying, I'm gonna go try to gather up some of the interior parts, and maybe we can get that put together today. Over the years, I've been through a bunch of CRXs, so I have lots of parts and stuff stashed upstairs. And what I found upstairs is a better rear section. This piece is the one I'm talking about right here. This is from the mid section of the car. Oh, let's show you in the car right here. I'll show you. This one seems to be pretty good shape. It's actually really, really flat and straight. And you can see this one's got a big, like dip in it right here. I guess that's just from putting too much weight on it, too much cargo, or maybe your friend was just a little too fat to be sitting back there. So we're gonna take that one out. We're gonna use this one because it looks nice and straight. As far as the back panels go, I've got a couple of options. I do have the factory stuff, and I just may go with this. This is the factory piece. This is the factory part that goes in there, and it's split right down the middle, and it happens all the time. And I believe it's CRX Seth that sells a nice little piece that goes in there, and I actually have one in my nice red CRX. With that problem being in there, and then the other problem being that this is the back carpet right here. This is the whole back section of the back carpet. This is the back panel piece. This is the piece that goes straight up and down behind the seat. This piece right here is in really, really rough shape, but it does have the carpet attached, and it's in pretty rough shape. So I want to clean that carpet. Probably will dye it black to make it look really nice, and then take it off and put it on this piece over here. See, this piece is something that somebody made. I don't know where it came from. I've got lots of spare parts and things, but someone made this to fit in the back. It actually works pretty good, and it doesn't look that bad, and the carpet's in really good shape. I may just go with that for now. That'll give me the divider panel and the cargo all covered up inside the car, and then we can take this carpet and maybe attach it to this new one and see if we can make it all work together as one nice clean unit. Vacuumed this piece off, and I just threw it in here, and man, it actually looks pretty good. Other than the hinges being on the outside, I don't really like that, but the rest of it really fits in there pretty good. So whoever designed this, and I pulled it out of their CRX, thanks, good job. You can see it fits pretty good right across the top right here, and when I close the hatch, you'll lose the little gap that we've got right there. That's just gonna kind of go away with that. So when you close the top, it's gonna sit right on top of that, and that makes it pretty much a solid deck on the top. Let's go around the other side so you can see how it looks on this side, man. I mean, they really did a pretty good job. Look, it's pretty good, man. Other than these hinges sticking out, I don't like that. That piece fits in there really well and even has a little bit of curve to it. But without those hinges, I think I would really, really like it if maybe those hinges were on the inside or something like that. Not bad for somebody being innovative. I don't know who it was, but thanks whoever did it, man. It looks cool in this car. But back here in the back, you can see the thing that it is missing is the carpet. There's no carpet back here, no spare tire or anything that goes in there like that. So I'm gonna have to go upstairs and see if I have anything that's gonna fit in there. I probably have a new floor, and I'm sure I have a spare tire. Let's go round those things up and we can maybe get that in there. I definitely have the carpet that I vacuumed up earlier. I'm gonna try to pull it off of that straight piece, somehow mount it to the back of this one, and get that cover for the spare tire and the spare tire in there so that everything is in there, either for me if I catch a flat when I'm driving it, or if somebody wants to buy it, hey, just hit me up, man. stuck up here in the attic of my garage. I have tons and tons of spare parts. I have lots of things that I just grab just in case I might need them, like air boxes and back panels, and even have this piece right here, which is made out of wood that somebody else has innovatively made. It is gonna now be the cover for our spare tire in the back of our black CRX. Someone else has cut this out. It wasn't me. I'm not that good with a saw. It definitely wasn't me, but it will absolutely work in the back of the car. I'm gonna grab this, take it downstairs, and we'll set it in there and see how it looks. I didn't grab a spare tire yet, and I've got one up there that I'll be putting in here, but for now, I do have these panels, and man, they're gonna fit in there nice. Let me just set them in and see how they look. This is the cover for the spare tire so that you actually have a floor in the trunk. There we go. So I threw them in there real quick here. Let me show you. Got the cover on top. That was somebody's ingenuity that came out pretty good. And I don't know if it was the same person or not, but someone has also designed this little piece that makes for a floor in the trunk. And I'm pretty stoked with it. I'll be able to still put the spare tire under there and still have a solid trunk in the car. I don't know who made it. I'm no good with the wood, but it looks really good in this car. And that's what we're gonna go with since I don't have the OEM stuff. I used all of my good OEM stuff in my nice shiny red car. And this is the one I'm gonna drive every day, or somebody else is gonna buy. So I'm going with the good enough material and the stuff that really makes the car look right. It's just not the OEM stuff, but it really makes the car look nice. Got that cargo box right there that I need to throw in. I'm gonna go ahead and screw that down, and then we can take a look at it with everything in there that has all been sort of fabricated for the back.
I think that's gonna come out really nice.
There we go, got that put in. It came out pretty good. I've got the little aftermarket piece put in here that somebody made. Got the original piece put down here that is nice and flat, nice and straight. Doesn't look like anyone has sat on it or put a bunch of cargo on it. And having all those pieces in there, having this back piece in, man, it looks really good. I know it's not the OEM stuff, but it's still a CRX, and the CRX is always cool, right? I have the back carpet off the original piece over there that is just no good, and I'd really like to get it in here, so I want to work on trying to pull that carpet off that original piece and maybe try to figure out some which way to kind of mount it to that. And if it can stay in there and look sort of OEM, kind of like this looks sort of OEM, I'll be real happy with it. So let's see if we can get that carpet off the original piece and get it on that one. Try to do is go set this back in there and see exactly where this is going to kind of mount to that other piece, and then maybe we can use the same mounting bracket to just mount it to that piece that we've already got in there. Let's check it out, see how it works out. The carpet's back in there. It's a little blurry, but the carpet is in there in the back, and I just have to figure out exactly how I'm gonna attach it right here. It looks like I can pretty much just attach this right to the bottom of the panel right there, and everything should fold up in the crease just like it does in the factory thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and try to just attach that carpet, and then we'll actually have kind of an OEM homemade setup. Got the carpet here, and I should just be able to attach it to the bottom on this piece right here and give us some back carpet when we put it back in the car. This is the bottom piece of the back panel. That is the vertical panel that goes in. So this piece right here, and put this across the bottom, and we're just replacing that with this new homemade piece that seems to work out pretty good. So let me just put this together. That seems pretty solid. I'm gonna go ahead and try to throw this thing in there and check out how everything looks. And once it's all in there, maybe I'll get a chance to dye this carpet nice and black, and it'll sort of look like new, even though it's an old piece with a little bit of rust marks in it. I'll get to dyeing it, and hopefully it'll look like new. Seems to be pretty good fitting in there. And if you take a look underneath, you can see that I've got the carpet all put in underneath, and it fits really, really well. Now that I have that piece put in there, it kind of looks like it's supposed to look. Even though, like I said, it's not factory, that's as good as it can get, I guess, homemade. That is definitely not perfect, but it's in much, much better shape. Or at least it appears to be in much better shape than it was when we started. Check it out. It looks really good now, so that's going to look good in the back of the car. Just some simple vinyl and fabric dye from Advance or AutoZone or whatever. It sure does a good job, man. I mean, it makes that carpet look like it's new stuff. Just gotta let that carpet dry for a while now that it's dyed all nice and black. It looks really good, nice and even. I did find upstairs a spare tire and a jack to put in the back of the car here. I still have to find the tools to put in here. So I'm gonna put the floor back in, and then we can put the panels back in with that new fresh carpet. And that's gonna pretty much wrap up the back of this car.
Make you happier than him. Just please give me another chance to show it to you, girl, baby. I could be a candle, do whatever you like. If you let me go, I fall apart. I hear you spending time out of town. I keep wondering what you found. I promise to do what I can.
Pretty much, I guess there we have it. Got the back in and got all the carpet in, and it looks perfect, almost factory-like.
That's what's happening next. Proud you packed. She just met on a train, and my brain feels like it was made to make me feel pain. Riding my masculinity. I should be secure, I shouldn't put blame. Look, I'm running again for the patriarchy. As of today, I'm changing my ways. I'm changing the train of thought that I got when I was just a little baby. Only have names, I wanna be better than what I was when I was first in this. I can improve if you could, then I could do it too. Cause I'm just like you, baby. Ooh. If you
Well, pretty stoked on how that came out, especially for it being somebody's innovative work. Great job. Thanks so much for making it, whoever did. It looks perfect in the car. Still got a whole lot to do in this engine bay, so I'm going to probably wrap up this video and not get to this, and we'll try to get into that in the next one. A lot to do on the motor still. So I guess we'll see you on the next one, but until we do, stay mad! We get pretty bleh. I want to get to the interior. I want to get the interior. Shit, no, I don't want to say that.